Hey everybody, it's Margaret, and we are here to maybe talk about merch, or have I lured them here for a surprise Ipsy unboxing? No.
Hey. What? What are we doing?
We're gonna unbox some makeup. No, kidding.
Man, she lied to us. Okay, I'm out of here.
I lured you here under false pretenses.
What is going on?
No, welcome, and I'm so glad you guys came over to talk about merch today. Thank you.
Merch.
Yes.
I'm just honored every time you invite me because you never invite me to talk with you guys. So this is like the second time. So this is like an honor.
We'll have to do it more.
It is an honor, though. It is an honor.
Oh, thanks, Young. Okay, so
I always enjoy talking with you. So
I agree. We actually talked on the phone the other day. That was fun.
we did.
Yeah. We're becoming fast friends.
Fast merch friends.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so go down the line. I'm gonna have everybody introduce themselves and give a little background on who you are. Young, why don't you start?
Sure. Hey, my name is Young, and I've been doing merch now since March, and Q4 has been great, but unfortunately, with all the restrictions and capacity issues, I'm starting to see my numbers decline, but still going to have an all-time best numbers month, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Okay, Jeff, your turn.
I'm Jeff. I've been a photographer, engineer, moved into eBay, Amazon, back to eBay, dropped out of FBA, and then started merch when it came out, but I just kind of trickled in. And I'm still trickling in right now. I only got 50 shirts, but it's a car payment. That's a good thing.
Absolutely. And who are you, Glenn?
My name is Glenn, YouTube channel Hustler Hacks, and also part of a podcast called Merch Minds. And just selling on merch. Looking forward to talking merch and really for the new year too. That's what I'm kind of pumped for. So 2017 merch.
Yes.
Hopefully going to be huge numbers.
Passive income.
Absolutely. And I got to say, I'm ready for the next Merch Minds. I talk about it all the time on my shows, or when I go, when I do my ride-alongs, I'm like, okay, there's no new Merch Minds today for me to listen to.
What's going on? The guy that's editing it is slacking.
Hey, you know what? Just be glad I'm not talking about your hair today. No, we have some issues with the internet going down, so I had to go in there and try and fix it the best I could. It should be up as we speak. I uploaded it about a couple of hours ago. So.
Oh, cool. Okay, so my next walk, I'll have it.
We'll let it slide then.
Yeah. So if you guys are watching in the chat live or later, go check them out there. It's on iTunes, Merch Minds, and I finally figured out how to leave a comment, because forever I was messaging Young like I can't figure out how to leave a comment for the show, and I finally figured it out, or a review, So.
Thank you for doing that, Margaret.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. I love it. So I'm gonna say hi in the chat, and then we'll jump into. I have some questions and topics and things that we can talk about. Okay, so we've got 34 viewers live. Hey, everybody. Oh, and Joe. Sorry, you guys, I didn't mention. Joe's running a little late, so he hopefully will be able to jump in.
Joe who?
Oh yeah. Joe. Hey, Henry, and hi, Going on Grumpy, and Tanya's there, Thrifty Treasures, and
Tanya, what's up?
Nitro Wheel is there. Hey, Frocks and Finds is there. And let's see. There was some more, I know it. Hustler Hacks is there. Kelly and and Al and Traveling Troy. Let's Be Happy Thrifter and Pat Smith. Okay, I think that's everybody. And someone asks, I really hope that we are positive, because, it was Al. Hope this is a positive things of merch. Tired of seeing all the negativity now on the boards. It's a real bummer. I agree.
Oh, yeah, very true.
I just want to smack some people, and that's not like me.
Oh, this is a violent show.
Well, I'm just like, you know, like Amazon doesn't have to answer to you.
Did somebody send you an email in Comic Sans or something? What's going on?
I almost made the thumbnail with Comic Sans font just for you, Young.
What's going on? Jeez.
I like Comic Sans. What's wrong?
Okay, podcast is over. Show's over.
Young he has a problem with Comic Sans. He says he's gonna slap somebody.
Every time I go through my fonts now, when I run across Comic Sans and I see it and I go, oh, I like that. I go, oh, wait, it's Comic. Young said I can't use it. I pass.
Okay, so Kelly C in the chat asks, what is merch? So, oh, there's some more people. I'll say hey in a second. So merch is basically a print-on-demand platform that Amazon has put out there. And I did a video explaining exactly what it is. It's one of those, you know, it sounds too good to be true, but it really is true kind of deal. You upload your design and Amazon prints the shirt, they sell it on their platform, they ship it, and then you get royalties out of it. So yeah, that's how that works.
It's basically their version of Zazzle,
Yeah.
you know, Redbubble, things like that. It's just their own version of that. That's all.
Yeah. Okay, and then Jason T. Smith and the Golden Finger Picker have joined us in the chat. Hey guys.
Hey, what's up?
Jason, I'm going to be in Vegas here in about 3-4 hours, so I might have to contact you.
Yeah, have a shot for me.
I don't have my messages up, so I can't see who's watching.
Okay, so I guess let's talk about what your year was like. You know, Glenn, I know you started like right at the very beginning. So tell a little bit about like when you started and like how your year's been.
I started like right after Q4 last year. So I was just doing like the full FBA, all that stuff. Merch was already on there for, I guess, a couple of months, but I would just really wanted to do all the FBA, everything that I was doing, sourcing and all that. So I was like, as soon as I'm done doing that last shipment, I was like, I'm really going to go hard on this merch thing and just do as much as I can. But of course, I only had 25 slots. So did what I could and then just kept growing from there. And then this is like the first full year of merch. And I think after this last November, then it should be, I did good on the goals, a little bit over 50,000 in profit. So happy about that.
Happy.
I know, from nothing really, because it just,
that's awesome.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a whole, like when I started seeing some of those numbers that y'all were putting up, I was like, this is a game changer, you know?
Yeah, it really changed a lot of the reselling stuff. Because eBay and Amazon, all that stuff, I love doing, always will love doing that. But this thing was just like too good to be true that I had to like just dig in and start doing as much as I can.
Yeah,
as I saw it. So
I mean, that's like, because I was a teacher before, and that's like more than I was making teaching. I mean, I know you still have to pay taxes and stuff, but it's still. And what level are you at? What tier are you on?
8,000, and I have, after the last what is it called? They just started going through all the shirts and deleting them. I had like 3,000 shirts. Now I'm down to 1,400 or 1,600 around there. So yeah, they took down quite a bit, but a solid 1,400. I'm hoping.
Okay, and one more quick question: are you still? Because they said they were allowing some people to still upload and edit. Are you one of the people they're allowing to upload and edit?
No, not yet.
Really? I thought it would be those you guys up there on the bigger tiers.
Right? No, not yet. I think I've seen some people like 2 or 5 is the most. I haven't really seen a lot of people that I guess that can do I guess a little bit more than that, but not yet. So I'm waiting for that. Hopefully next month.
Cool. Okay, Jeff. I know we talked a little bit about it, but tell like what's your year been like with the whole merch thing?
Well, when it first rolled out, I think it rolled out like September of 14 or 15. I signed up because whenever Amazon rolls something out new, I try to sign up right away just in case. So I signed up, and I already have my own t-shirt website with some designs. So I loaded a couple designs up and then just forgot about it. I made my first sale in January. I sold 2 t-shirts in January. That was my first sales. But I just kind of forgot about it. And because I got so busy with everything else, like I have a photography studio, so I still do work there. I do eBay and Amazon, and that was taking my time. And it wasn't until like May or June, when I saw it like April, I had 33 sold. I started, hey, this is something here. I can make a car payment. So I started loading a few more shirts up. Unfortunately, it was only 2 shirts that really sold most of the time. It was a political shirt, like I explained before, and it kind of died after the election. But I say July, August, I really started loading shirts up. Not like you guys. I don't have 3,000 shirts. I mean, right now I'm at 50, and that's after the purge. And I just try to load up 1 or a day, maybe 5 a week, and just keep on going. And the thing that slows me down is I load them up to my own website, and I load them up as other products as well. So, but yeah, that's my goal. 2017 is all about passive income for me. I want to be sitting on the couch playing video games while I'm making money. So
Exactly.
I don't want to have to go to all the garage sales every Saturday anymore.
Oh, I love that.
Fun, but I enjoy it. But I only go on weekends now. I don't hit thrift stores anymore. It's just the swap meets on the weekend now because of this money that's coming in. I don't have to go look at for the $5, $10 items, the garage sales and thrift stores anymore.
Right.
I love it.
What tier are you on?
I'm tier 500 right now.
Nice. Okay, cool. Okay, Joe's here. Hey, Joe.
Hey, what's up?
Joe?
What's
Joe
going on?
Clay. What's up, Joe?
How's it going?
Good. Are you in your car?
I'm in my car. I'm out and about. Actually, I'm like, I was out doing some Christmas shopping last minute.
Oh,
So I'm like in Oklahoma City. I live like an hour away from Oklahoma City. So
are you off work
I had
today?
to find the local Starbucks, and jack their Wi-Fi.
Okay, so we were just
This-
talking about how our year was on merch, and then basically that's it. Yeah.
Well, my year, I started in May, and that's when I had my first sale. I started like right before Father's Day, and I got about 7 or 8 sales from Father's Day, and then I got about a few more sales from when the NBA championship, and then sales just kind of slowed down. Kind of slowed down, or they just kind of started there. So I had about 14. It took me about maybe 2 or 3 months to finally get 25 sales, and then August and September I had about 30 sales each, and then October I had 50 sales, and then last month I had 110 sales. So it's slowly like doubled ever since September.
Yeah.
So it's been really good for me. So
And you're on the
I'm at the 100 tier, but I have about 300 sales. So I'm just waiting to tier up. So
exactly. How about you, Young? What's your? Oh no, go on, Joe.
Oh well, I
Sorry.
was just saying, hopefully when I hit the 500, then it won't take me that long to hit the 1,000. That's how it is. So
Yeah, I have noticed that it just starts rolling along. Like the more you have up there, it just starts compounding.
yeah.
Changing the rules on you, Joe. You got to sell 500 to get tiered to 500 now. Didn't you hear?
What is it now?
I'm yanking your chain.
Oh.
He's messing. Okay, Young. Tell us when did you start up, and how's your year been?
Yeah, well, I think I have a similar story like Glenn and Jeff's, where I was really invested in doing FBA last year. And right around this time, I was in El Paso, and I was having dinner with Glenn. And he had asked me, he goes, hey, are you doing this merch thing yet? I'm like, nah, man, I'm really focused on FBA. And he goes, well, you should give it a shot when you get a chance. So after I came home, I signed up for it, and obviously that's when they were having capacity issues, and they weren't approving accounts right away. So basically, I didn't get approved until March, and when I did get approved, I started pumping out designs right away. And so fast forward to today, I'm at tier 500. I have 215 shirts live. I was maxed out, but because of the purge, I'm now down to 215. And, a couple of weeks ago, I was on pace to do about 3K this month. But obviously, again, because of the capacity issues and all the restrictions, my numbers have dropped significantly. So I'm still on pace to do over 2,000, which was my original goal. So if I can do that, I'm happy.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm sorry, go on.
No, that was it.
Yeah, my story is similar. I started up and then just put up a couple of shirts and then started, seeing like the first month $7 or $8 and the next month just a little bit more. And then when I started seeing some of the numbers that you guys were putting up and people sharing in the groups, my attention got really focused on getting more shirts up there and really taking it more seriously. So my
Well, I was just having this conversation the other day with a friend, and this is the first year that and I've been doing FBA for quite some time now, and this is the first year that I didn't do any RA because I was so focused on trying to build my merch platform because I wanted. I mean, and I kind of wish I was doing some RA because I see some numbers out there. People are doing like 100K in sales.
Wow.
But I was like, well, I really want to do merch because I want to build something that can possibly last for years. So that's what I was really focused on. So yeah, unfortunately, no RA for me this year. I was doing thrifting and I was going to garage sales, but no RA.
Yeah, I agree. I have a whole shelf full of games I was going to send in for Q4, and then just merch took over. So
yeah,
I just dropped out of FBA because of all the rules, restrictions, and when they offered the free returns, I jumped on it and pulled everything out. So
because they're increasing media fees, right? The storage fees for media.
February, all the media fees go up.
Man, okay. Oh, if they do that free thing again, I may have some things sent home. Okay, so what were your thoughts on when they restricted all like colors and sizes and stuff this month?
Wait a minute, what?
On merch, like they took off black and they took off some sizes and even some of my shirts. All of a sudden, my best selling shirts.
I don't think that was a restriction. I think they ran out.
Well,
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, but then
I don't think they did it on purpose.
Well, okay, but like say one of my shirts would show up as currently unavailable, like one of my best-selling shirts, like not even any of the colors.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's happened to a couple of my best sellers.
Because I thought it was just a run out of colors because I noticed the black first and then the navy blue disappeared.
I may have been
shirts. I have all the colors on all my American Apparel.
You know what? This is a damn conspiracy theory, man. Those damn people at Amazon. I tell you what.
I misspoke. I didn't mean like restrictions, but I mean like they just didn't. They weren't there.
They didn't think ahead like Amazon usually doesn't.
But I noticed today that they were back on. Like I looked, and my shirts that were one that was currently unavailable is now back on, and there's black and there's navy. Have you guys checked that?
Well, see, they walked down to the Printful shop and picked up shirts from them.
well, for me, I checked this morning too. They're back in stock, except for navy. So I don't know. It's weird.
Joe, have you noticed anything like that? Have you been looking?
Yeah, one of my shirts actually only had black and slate, I think, and luckily that was a shirt that was still selling. So, because there's some where I only had like 2 or 3 colors picked, but now I'm gonna pick more now that I know that. So,
it's encouraging, at least.
Yeah.
A little late, but
yeah. I mean, it is a conspiracy theory. Like maybe they did now. Like now that it's probably too late to order for Christmas. Unless you're on Prime, maybe you can get it in time.
Have y'all heard about if your shirt has to sell every 60 days, or if it just sells once, then it's safe?
The wording
every 60 days.
The wording on the rules says if it sells once, safe. Not in those exact words, but the wording basically states if you sell once, you're safe. But I've heard people on board say that they've experienced different, so I don't know.
Yeah. Because I heard that also that this one lady, you probably heard of VA Rentals. I think her name's Brianna, and she was saying that she had some shirts that sold after the purge or whatever, but then she had some other shirts that after even they sold, they still got deleted or removed. So
maybe check to see if they were sold and canceled. I don't know. Maybe if they were sold and canceled doesn't count.
Yeah.
Well, I can see that, but I'm just saying, like, even if your shirts have sold, I wonder if they're gonna keep them on there, or I
You
don't
think they might change the wording of that?
Well, I mean, even if that's the case, I mean, that's what Amazon does, right? I mean, they always change things around without any notification,
Right.
you know, and that's just what they do, you know.
They do it first, notify later, and
yeah, exactly.
adjust the rules to fit what they want to do.
Yeah.
So
I
Glenn,
hope it doesn't change, because I had a lot of shirts sell over the weekend that I've never sold before, and so it's going to make a lot of my shirts safe. So I'm hoping it stays that way.
yeah, right.
hope it stays safe. Yeah.
Glenn and Young, do you guys put your shirts up on any other sites, or do y'all just stick with Amazon?
Glenn, you want to go first?
Right now, I'm just strictly doing Amazon. I haven't tried any other platforms yet. And that's kind of like what the hardest part is, I think, is trying to figure out like where you want to put in your time and everything, because with FBA and eBay and all that, like I still want to do it, but then I'm kind of like pickier on, like, I guess what I want to sell. Like, is it still worth doing $5 to $7 little profits here, or should I just grow the merch? Or if I grow the merch, should I try another platform, or still do like YouTube and other stuff like that? So like, limited time right now, I think I'm just gonna try to grow merch as much as possible, and then I don't know, maybe a certain point, maybe we'll just see what kind of happens with merch, and then maybe I'll try some other ones. But
Yeah.
I really just want to try grow merch as much as possible.
I think the reason why other people are going towards other sites is because they're topped out at merch. I mean, that's what I am. I'm like, okay, I can't list anymore. So what am I doing? I'm not doing anything. So let me try Redbubble. Let me try TeePublic. But if I had, 5,000 slots available, forget those, man. I would just do merch only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my thought is throw everything at the wall and wait for the money to come, because I list everything on merch, my own website, Redbubble, Teespring. It just takes a couple minutes to list on each site. And then I like just getting emails from random sites saying, here's $8,
Yeah.
I made calendars 10 years ago on Redbubble, and every year at this time, I still get sales. So it's not a lot, but here's $50.
Yeah, I mean, merch is obviously where you're gonna make the most money, because that's where people shop as Amazon. But to answer your question, Margaret, yeah, and this is something that I've told Glenn, I am gonna start uploading on different platforms like Redbubble and there's a bunch of them out there, right? Printful and all that, because I mean, as much as I like Amazon, I just hate the fact that they have so much control, and that they can make last minute changes with no notification. That's one thing I absolutely hate about Amazon. So it's kind of like a love-hate relationship, where I love Amazon, but then at the same time, I just hate what they do. You would think that they would treat the resellers and content creators like us much better, but at the end of the day, it's all about customer.
Don't they know who you are? Is it, don't they know who you are?
Nobody knows who I am.
What?
Hey, they don't know you anything, Young.
They don't know. That's what I mean. They don't know me anything.
Yeah.
It's like right now with being locked and not being able to upload merch, you can still upload on your own website, Printful, Redbubble. It may not, crank out the numbers merch does, but it's something.
Yeah.
And then unlocks, you can just put them all up there real quick.
Oh yeah, I have a bunch in draft ready. But yeah, there was somebody, I can't remember who it was, in one of the groups that was saying, they got terminated, their account got terminated for whatever reason. And it was this big long story about how this was my only income, taking care of my family, blah, blah. I mean, it was sad, but you can't put all your eggs in one basket, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially an Amazon basket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've even started, because I use Printful, my own website, I've even started putting some of the t-shirt designs up on eBay, with 7-day processing time, and hopefully Printful will stay up to speed, because like I said, last year this time they weren't that great, but they did good this year. I think most of the items got out within 4 days, so I was happy. So I started uploading t-shirts to eBay too and see what happens.
Okay, we've got questions in the chat. So Tanya, Thrifty Treasures asks, any speculation as to when they will start allowing publishing again? I can't wait. I've been uploading shirts like crazy, just waiting to be able to publish. What do you guys think? Nobody knows.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, we can only speculate, but
I'll go get my magic 8-ball.
we don't have an answer for that. I mean, to be honest.
But you're a gambling man. You're about to go to Vegas. Let's throw some numbers out there. Let's put some numbers down.
Definitely next year.
What do you think, Joe? What do you think?
I'll say end of January.
Winner gets a Merch Minds podcast hoodie.
What?
If you can nail them today.
Well, in that case, I say January 20th.
There you go. Exact date.
I'll get my puppy paint ready. What do you think, Glenn?
Well, I guess with some of them they're letting them publish. Was it 2 a day or 5 a day or something? So they are letting some people publish. I think to letting everybody publish, I don't know. It just seems like they're still kind of going through accounts and seeing what they want to do exactly in their capacity and and see everything else. So I don't know. I'm hoping sometime in January, maybe like mid-January or something, we'll get some type of update to that. Hopefully.
Well, I am gonna predict that they're gonna really restrict how many can upload per day, because if they open up the floodgates again, it's gonna be the same thing over again, right? It's gonna be over 1 million shirts, and they're just gonna have to go through them and purge them all again. So I think they're gonna really restrict how many can upload.
Yeah,
and I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, and there's only so many people that they have working on this, so it's got to be overwhelming for the employees that are having to go through and make sure there's no restricted things being put up, or so. Because there's more of us than there are of them probably working on it.
Yeah.
So I say January 15th. Let me throw that out there.
I think I won because I said next year.
Well, you know what? I'll go down to Hobby Lobby and get a sweatshirt, get some puff paint, make a merchandise.
Cool. Nice. I'm looking forward to receiving it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get
Just
you.
use my Printful affiliate link.
Okay. Do you have one for Hobby Lobby?
No, sorry, just Printful.
I mean homemade. Okay. Let's see. Tanya says if she hit 10K on merch, she would still hit the garage sales. Me too.
Garage sales are fun.
Okay. She asks again, how many shirts do you have to sell to tier up from 100 to 500? I already said.
As of now, it's 100.
Yeah.
That's the theory.
Well, there was that. Did you guys notice when there was that little blip when like everybody was all of a sudden approved to like upload 2 shirts, and then everybody who, like my husband that had been waiting, was approved to upload for 10 designs, and I could upload.
Yeah.
It was like for 30 minutes, and then it was like oops, and then turned it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
So they may change it. We don't know. When you can, and I saw when they did that, or somebody posted it after 500. That's when it's going to be by invitation, like to move up to the. So we can expect 500 forever.
Glenn, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's always been like that, right? After 500, it's by invitation only. Or was it after 1,000? I can't remember.
After 500, I think I went to 1,000, and then after 1,000, it went to 2,000.
Yeah, but was it by invitation? Under terms of services, it says by invitation only.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. It says by invitation only, but it just automatically moved me up. I mean, I didn't get anything after that.
That's good. Well, and I'm hoping too, because I'm inching towards that 1,000 mark. So maybe they'll just skip it and just move me up to the whatever. I doubt it though.
You never know with these guys.
Who knows? Yeah. I know there was another question. I'm trying to find it.
How many uploads would y'all be happy with if y'all got to upload a day? How many would y'all want to?
First of all, Joe, I enjoyed talking with you when I can only see your eyes. That was a joke, man. That was a joke.
I'd be happy with 2 right now.
How many? 2?
I mean, it's not like 2. I usually only do 2 a day, but 5 would be good for me. Just in case I get a wild hair up my ass and start creating a bunch.
I think 2 to 5 would be good for me.
Yeah, I mean, infinite would be my dream, but
Of course.
I guess 5. I mean, but then I have those marathon days where I, when I got tiered up to 500, where I sat and did like 50 shirts in one day, just
Damn.
pumped them out.
I think
Yeah,
we've all
I
done
kind
that
of work
at
the
one
same way
point.
too, though. I like to do like I'll design them all throughout the week, and then like Friday I'll upload them all at once.
Mm.
So if they kind of do it per day, it would kind of throw me off a little bit as far as like how the schedule goes, because I like to just same thing, like just list them all at one point. So
Margaret,
Yeah,
I
because
don't know.
if
We'll
you
see.
if you don't upload that day, then you kind of miss out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Kids will be there. Mom, we're hungry, and Mama's making shirts.
Kids,
Yeah.
find the peanut butter. No, but I do, because frequently when I do like that, it'll all be in one genre, so my description will be very similar. So I can just copy and paste, maybe change out one word or something like that. So it makes it faster.
It's 2 to 5 would be fine for me because, like I said, I get one design. I'll load it to merch first, and then I'll load it to Printful for my website, and then I'll adjust it for a mug or in a phone case and all the other products. And so I can only get 1 or 2 done a day.
Well, maybe that'll make it easier for me to put it up on some other sites.
Yeah, and then it'll allow me to focus on another pie I'm working on somewhere.
Okay, Al asked, is everyone losing political shirts now? Are they pulling y'all's political shirts?
No.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
I was gonna say I changed all my 2016s to 2020 and put them up again, and they're selling. So I'm happy.
I pulled all mine because obviously last week, it seemed like everyone was losing their accounts, and I just didn't want to take any chances, so I deleted all mine.
Yeah. Well, my political ones were not directly to the candidates. I did have a Bernie one up, which I did pull. But in hindsight, I should have kept it up there. But they're parody politicals, like Star Wars type. With the 2020, 2000, and the 2016s are still selling. So I left them up.
How about you, Glenn? You didn't do a ton of political shirts, though, did you?
No, I really didn't have a lot of political shirts. At least the ones that I had, they're still on there. I haven't taken any of them down or anything like that. So
Yeah, I did. I kind of panicked. I had 2 main ones, and then there were a couple that hadn't really sold anyway. But I may see about re-uploading them. One of them was there was a trademark. It was a shirt that wasn't trademarked when I made it, but then when I looked, I started going through checking on my shirts, and the trademark had been put in after. It was still pending, but I just didn't know how deep they scratched the surface on there.
Problem you may have now is when you load it up, your date is after the trademark application.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that. I'm like, dang. Oh well. You live and learn, though, right?
Yep.
That's just life, right?
Awesome.
Ralph Fitzgerald would like for us to all send him the ASINs of our best-selling shirts and designs, and he thanks us in advance.
Sure. Check your mailbox in a couple of weeks. Yeah, we'll send that to you.
Right away. I'm on it.
Check Killer's email box.
And then, okay, Econde asks Jeff, Jeff, how do you fulfill shirts sold on eBay with Printful? Is it all manual?
It would be manual. I just have to copy and paste the shipping address into Printful, and then they'll take care of the rest. Yeah, it takes a couple seconds. No big deal.
That's not bad. And Vintage Thrifter asks, is there a maximum tier? What do you guys think?
The Golden Grail.
Like
Well, I know Glenn's at 8,000. I mean, what's after that? What, 16? 10?
1 billion t-shirt.
50,000.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's after 8,000. I have
Come on, Glenn. Start creating. We got to find out.
Let us know.
Well, Glenn, if there was a no limit in uploading shirts, when do you think you would hit that 8,000 mark?
Oh man, I tried doing that because I can do like I was averaging like 100 designs a week, but even if I did 100 designs, it would still take me a while to get to like 8,000 to fill all those up, and then you're still gonna knock down the ones that haven't been selling. So it would just kind of take a while to get to that point. So I don't
That
even
brings
know.
up the question about burnout.
Oh yeah,
Get burned out of making designs.
Yeah.
Those ideas, I mean, golly.
Yeah.
Your brain just goes empty and you stare at the screen and can't think of anything else to do.
Of those days. That's why when I do have the ideas and I upload like 50 shirts, because then there's days where I just look at the computer like, I don't know what to do today.
I use the notepad and Pinterest and Evernote, and whenever I see an idea, think of an idea, I write it down or whatever, pin it, and so I can always go back and pick and choose something to do.
So that's actually a good topic. Like, so one thing that I do is like when I'm out and about and I see a shirt that I like and I'm influenced by it, what I do is I just open up my notepad on my iPhone and I just jot it down real quick.
Jot it down or take a picture. I do that for like vinyl decals. When I'm out, I see a decal I like, I'll go up there and take a picture of it. So work design, and I have a folder and a Pinterest board just of design ideas.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
I text myself ideas that I find.
You text yourself.
I do.
Hey, I got a text.
Woohoo!
It's just me.
My stalker is texting me again.
She never leaves me alone.
Or when I go to thrift stores, I'll look at all the shirts now and I'll kind of get an idea. And then I got an idea recently from this one, and it's been selling pretty good. So good.
Yeah, I find some retro stuff that was good in the 70s, and it's time for it to come back.
I was at the quilt festival, and there was a shirt. Obviously, the shop, was different shops get booths there and all this. And apparently, the shop had created the shirt, but the design was horrible. There was a good idea, so I was just thinking, oh, maybe I could play with that idea and change it around, make it look, because the shirt looked really not good. So, okay, so somebody asked. Wait, let's see. Stephanie asked, can a person take a picture of LeBron James, edit it with their own design, and upload without copyright stuff?
No. Don't do that.
Recognizable figure without a model release you cannot use.
So why Trump then?
I think politics has a little bit of a gray area.
Yeah, I know when we first started, it was, we were all told that politics was fair game, but after all those purging of accounts last week, again, I just went in there and just deleted all my political shirts. I didn't want to risk my account.
I mean, I guess it's not really Trump. This is a shirt I got from my Secret Santa. It's a Trump cat. So
yes, we should. Oh, that's funny. Wait. I'm going to present you. Show it again, Jeff. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Oh, that's cool.
It looks kind of like Grumpy Cat though, but it's not exactly.
Yeah, it does.
I love it. Oh, hey, Mike, we should have had you come on too. I forgot. Sorry.
And that's not a print on demand shirt though. That's a I don't know where it came from, but it looks like it might be. Not from one I recognize.
Oh, what was I going to say? My son was asking me about a shirt he wanted to make, and it was, I can't remember. It'll come back to me. And I was like, I've got to ask somebody about that. It had to do with art, like kind of not exactly parody, but when you make fan art, and how is that?
That's
how does that fall into copyright? Yeah, like, because there was something he wanted to make, and I was like, well, it's kind of like a fan art type of thing, but I don't know what the rules are with that.
Yeah, see, and here's the thing. It's like I remember, like, at least when I was in college, like we had a course on all that stuff, right? On copyrights, on fair use, on parody. And this is what my professor told me. Okay, if I'm wrong, don't go off on the comments. I'm just relaying what my professor told me. And, but he was saying like stuff like parody and stuff like that is okay. He said that was considered fair use. He said it was fine. He said, what did he say? He said if you intend to, for instance, I don't know, like let's say a Coke logo, and you made a shirt that said joke or something. with the Coke symbol. He said that was fair. He said that was fine, but he said if you pretend to be like your Coke and you sell a shirt thinking or manipulating people's mind thinking that it's Coke, that's when it's wrong. I hope that makes sense. But he told me parody was fine.
Amazon still may not like it though.
Exactly, right? And that's the thing. Amazon, I like it. So everything that he told us in class just went out the window.
Yeah. I mean, like, because like on Etsy or some of these other sites, it's fine, or these other print-on-demand sites. And Amazon, it may be legal, but Amazon may just say, we don't want to touch that. And
Yeah.
know.
I think you'll initially get like a cease and desist letter, right? And if that's the case, well, first of all, those things have no legal weight to it. It's just a note from Coach just saying stop it. That's all it is. There's no legal weight behind it. So if you get one of those, just delete the shirt, and you'll be fine. But if you don't delete it, then obviously they might take legal actions and whatnot. But yeah, a cease and desist letter, technically it's just a note. There's no legal weight behind it.
I'm going to send you one. We'll see what happens. Just for fun. Hey, Sierra, State Liquidators, how's it going? Okay, so what are your hopes for the new year? Like, if you, in a perfect world, and Amazon listens to what you want, what would be your hopes for the new year in Amazon merch?
Glenn, why don't you go first?
In a perfect merch world.
Amazon's listening now. They want to hear what you have to say.
I guess, I don't know. I think that right now they are doing a good job compared to when it first started. Because I know when it first started, it was just like Pokemon Go all over the place. Like everybody was just doing whatever they wanted. And I think that with the trademark stuff, they're slowly getting to that. I would definitely want, the trademark stuff over and done with. Like people already know what you can and cannot do. If not, then they're gone. Of course, getting uploads back. I would like to see just the way it was. You can upload as many as you can throughout the day or week, whatever. You have anything like that. And then eventually just going to like different countries and being able to sell to whoever you want, and then eventually adding in different products like little by little. So
That's
mugs, phone cases, things like that. So that's what I would like to see for 2017. I don't think we'll get to everything yet, but slowly but surely.
How about you, Jeff?
I agree on the products. I'd like to see more products. I like to see a better clarification of rules, but I know it's Amazon and that's a pipe dream.
Yeah, that's always going to change.
I'd like to see a better appeal process when they take a shirt down. I had an issue with a public domain image and quote, and I couldn't explain what I must have got somebody who doesn't understand what public domain is. So I had to, try to explain to them. It still hasn't got resolved. I just gave up. So I would like to see a nicer or a better streamlined appeal process on takedowns, and not just a takedown and you're gone type thing. I like to see. I know it's Amazon again. They're going to play their sandbox and they'll take you down if they want. But some better communication is what I want from all platforms. eBay, Amazon, they just need to communicate better when they have an issue, not just ditch you down. But it's going to be the year of passive income for me, so I'm hoping it continues on and more products, and I think it's a gold mine for everybody, and I hope everybody gets on board.
Absolutely. How about you, Joe?
I hope they would do like a bulk way to change your price. Like, if I want to change all my shirts to one price, that would be great.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
The editing, yes.
Yeah.
And if your shirt's already been approved, you don't have to go through the approval process every time you make a little, like a price change. You don't have to wait 5 hours or 5 days for it to be reapproved.
I've gone to edit something and then it didn't make it back through the process. It got denied.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it depends on who you get.
Like, what happened? Yeah, and it was already up there, but I don't know. How about you, Young? What's your dream for the new year?
Pretty much the same. More products. a better editing function, better communication, world peace, and end hunger.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
They could end hunger, if everybody got on there and started selling shirts.
yeah, that's what I want for next year.
Yeah, I would like it to open up to other countries for sure, because they don't ship outside the U.S., right?
No.
And then I've got friends in the UK that really want, Merch UK to come, because, there are regional things in the world that would sell well. So anyway, yeah, I'd like other products, and I'd love to be able to do bulk editing. That would be awesome. Yeah.
That would be good.
Well, do you guys want to share your sites or where people can find you, and we'll wrap this up? Put it under the tree.
Sure. Who wants? I'll go first, I guess.
Okay.
Well, I don't have a website at the moment, but you guys can find me. Glenn and I, we do a podcast, Merch Minds. Just go on iTunes, do a search for Merch Minds. That's where you can find me. So,
How about you, Joe? Where can we find you?
You can find me on Merch University on Facebook or YouTube. Or yeah, there you go. Or join the green room, and I'll put you in the merch green room, merch room.
Yeah. How about you, Jeff?
The private group. Well, yeah.
Private.
Kind of private.
Well, I'm on YouTube. I don't have a fancy name, but it's just CosFrog1, COSFROG1. I'll type my name in the chat there. I do videos on eBay, merch, Printful, life, cats, whatever you want.
Cats, yeah. More cats.
More cats in life.
Yes.
My wife there, she won't let me get any more.
Yeah. Well, that's a different subject. How about you, Glenn? Where can we find you?
Hustler Hacks on YouTube or hustlerhacks.com, and Merch Mind podcast on iTunes.
Awesome. And if you're watching, you're already here, and you can find me everywhere. Texas Gal Treasures, and I have a group on Facebook called International League of Thrifters, where we talk thrifting and some merch too, because people are getting into it. So, and I always forget to mention it, and I always say that, but hit the like button, everybody, and let us know how much you appreciate it. Oh wait, Jeff, that's a cat.
No, I can't.
I wasn't joking. I love them. Well, thanks you guys so much for coming on, and I hope you guys have a great Christmas, and hopefully we'll talk again soon about everything that's going to change.
Yay.
Yep.
All right. You have a good day.
all right, guys.
Bye, everybody. Thanks.